Those were the good old days. You hear that phrase a lot. But really there is nothing a person can do about holding on to those days that seem to be simpler and more personal when families seem to be much closer. In today's fast-paced society, many families just don't have the time to slow down and give their children the attention they would like to. Much of a child's development is left to the public school system, which for the most part is doing a good job. But for a growing number of concerned parents, it just isn't good enough. In the state of Michigan, homeschooling, where the parents become the teachers and home is a classroom, is becoming more of a viable alternative. We met such a family recently in northeastern Lower Michigan's Oscoda County in the village of Fairview. Here, Dallas and Jane Handrich have taken it upon themselves to educate their 6 boys in a homeschool environment. We met with Jane and her boys while they were in the midst of an old-fashioned taffy pull. Besides finding out the correct way to pull taffy, we also learned a bit about homeschooling. The boys range in age from 2 to 12.
Joshua is 12.
Okay.
And Jordan is 11. Matthias.
9.
Where's Matthias? Okay.
He's 9.
All right.
Solomon is 7.
7.
And Jubal
4.
is 4. And this is Theophilus, and he is 2.
Oh my goodness gracious. Ma's getting
It's getting good here.
the taffy already. What is the ingredients to taffy? What do you
basically
use?
it's sugar and water.
Basically sugar and water, and what else?
It's corn syrup and sugar and water. And there's a little bit of glycerin in it and salt. This is saltwater taffy.
Saltwater taffy.
Okay, boys?
You know, and for a lot of the folks out there, I know as a youngster why we used to have taffy pulls every once in a while. But this is a Christmas or a holiday type thing that when families are together, they, when kids and some grown-ups want to have some fun with candy, why this is what you call a real family participant type of candy thing. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
And you're spraying your hands with what?
Well, it would be something like Pam. This is another brand, but all this does is keep it from getting too sticky. We also found, too, that if you have long fingernails or rings on, it sticks to the taffy and you have a big mess.
Mom.
I know I do. I need to take my rings off. What we want to do is get this cool enough. We did find, too, this is the only thing we could find to scrape it with. This is a drywall scraper. But we did find there's a little plastic version if someone doesn't want to go buy a good one. I don't think these are very expensive to make it at home.
So how many of you boys pull a taffy? Do you always get into this on this taffy pull?
Yeah.
All you do?
Well, we have to take turns, yeah.
Have them take turns.
It's almost
now,
cool
a
enough.
taffy pull, where did it, do you have any idea where it originated from or how it got started, Jane?
I don't, but
Has it been in your family for some time or has it not? Or?
Not really.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it might have resulted from a mistake in the candy business. I think a lot of times you get something special when you cook something a little too long and you don't know what to do with it, and you end up with something that you like.
I think it's cool.
So I wouldn't be surprised it started something like that.
And the marble slab is simply because it cools fast.
It cools it faster.
Because
we did make a batch just with a cookie sheet, a heavy cookie sheet, but it didn't turn out as nice. The best batches we made were on the marble. This is just about ready to do. It's just a little bit too hot. I'm going to move it over to the side.
Are you boys all excited and waiting to get into this and start pulling it? And then after you pull it, how long? When do you know it's ready to eat?
That's turned white.
They'd eat it right now. It gets white looking.
Teaching the boys here at home here. Can you give us a little, what's a normal day for home-taught children?
Well, this week, this is a normal day. We're having Little House on the Prairie week this week, where we're studying the late 1800s, and we're reading some of the Little House books. And tomorrow we're gonna go and see a man that traps, because we learned in the Little House books that Pa was a trapper when they lived in the big woods of Wisconsin. So we're gonna go learn a little bit about trapping. This is just for this week that we're doing this. A normal week, we start school about 8:30, and we start out with a Bible class. Then we have, usually we're studying Egypt right now in history, so we study Egypt.
We can do by ourselves by the time I get done.
Right. And then we're learning Latin this year. The 3 older boys are learning Latin, so we have Latin after that. And then we do language, and that we just got finished with a unit on newspapers, and we printed a family newspaper. We wrote editorials and features. So that was fun. We had a good time doing it. You can see they're twisting it just a little bit now. But we found out if you twist it too much, it doesn't want to go back together, and that might be partly because of this stuff instead of butter. It doesn't stick back to itself as well. You're okay. You can get help a little bit. Let Juba help just a little.
So your normal day is they have their math and they
Right,
have...
and then after that, well, they do their math more independently, and spelling they do independently. The rest of the subjects we teach more in a group, where I teach. Yeah, science we do some together and some separately. So it's fun. We really enjoy it. We can do a lot of extra things that we wouldn't be able to do otherwise because we're here together. And
Like this taffy pull.
yeah, right. Yesterday, we went to a neighbor's orchard and picked apples and made applesauce, and we dried apples, and we made apple pie.
Theo, you gotta stay back.
Oh, Theo wants to help a little bit too. Let's let Theo do it. You got greased hands, Theo?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think. Let's put you some. Okay, rub the other hand together. No. Okay, let's pull a little bit. Can you pull it? Hold it back on Mama. Pull it back. That's it.
I want to help.
Okay, pull again. You can see it's getting whiter the more we pull it, and it's also it's also cooling down a lot more.
Lemon.
There.
That turned
Good
out.
boy.
The lemon kind was soft. Theo stayed soft.
Yeah. Okay, someone want to pull?
You already did it, dude. I'm good at it.
So this is what they call a taffy pull.
We found out, it says in the book we had to pull it out 18 inches, and you don't want to pull it more than 18 inches.
Otherwise it stretches
end up
right out.
with strings.
I think I'm getting stings.
I think you need some more stuff on your hands.
Here, Mom,
No.
here.
Let's find somebody else with
It
these
is
hands.
sticky, so you have
It
to
is sticky, yeah.
use butter or some kind of
It's just basically it's sugar and water, so
sugar
it's
and
gonna
water,
be
Karo syrup.
right. It's going to be a real sticky product. You can see it's getting whiter and whiter. And you don't want to pull it till it's cold. You still want it to be a little bit soft.
You're getting picky, Mom.
Jane went on to tell us that homeschooling fits their lifestyle perfectly, and stressed that it wasn't all just fun and games. The boys have a strict daily schedule to follow, just as public school kids have. To prove that point, Jane showed us where she and Dallas have renovated a portion of their home into an actual classroom. This is their classroom.
This is a classroom, yeah.
Can we see how you get them into class?
Well, why don't you guys all go get in your desks? You sit at your desk. Theo, you want to come and sit at your desk? Color your monkey? And this is where we do our school. We either they sit at their desks and do the work that they have to do, or I sit here and they sit on the floor in front of me. And we learn our Latin or whatever we're studying that day. What are you doing your science project on, Joshua?
Oh, I'm doing a science research paper on pain relievers and the different kinds and how they affect your stomach and things like that.
Okay. And Jane, you are teaching them Latin this year?
Yes,
Working on
we're
it?
learning Latin. We're going to be studying Rome, ancient Rome later, so this is Jubal's desk, and he's in pre-kindergarten.
Pre-kindergarten.
He's learning to read this year.
Well, what are you working on there, Jubal?
Puzzle.
A puzzle.
He likes to make puzzles,
Learn
just
how
like
to put
his
them together?
dad.
How far will you take them here? You take them all the way through?
We'll probably go all the way through high school.
Yeah.
Actually, you can do college at home if you want, but
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to try that or not. We'll see.
Is there more homeschooling going on, Jane, these days?
Oh, yes, it's becoming very popular. People are, for a lot of different reasons, are deciding to home educate. I'm real happy with the results I see.
I know that when I was in school, we always had a recess. Hey, boys, do you guys get a recess here?
Yeah.
Yes and no. What's the truth?
We do for lunch.
You do for lunch. Then you got to come back.
gotta come in and read.
Read.
Yeah.
What's your favorite subject? Anybody have
Math.
a math?
Math.
Wow. You mean we got six for math?
Just easy. No, that like science is that.
Science.
Really easy.
Well, why do you like science?
Because it's fun.
Jane, it certainly has been a pleasure to come to your home and learn more about Taffy and homeschooling. And it looks to me like it really is working well. And boys, thank you for being part of Michigan Magazine. And we hope to see some more of you. And I'm sure we will. Thanks for being part of Michigan Magazine.
Thank you.